Hello everyone, welcome to Social Club. It's time to ask the club where you tweet in your questions at Ball Street on Twitter and we read through them. Before we kick off, in fact, actually, let's kick off with the first question that we've clearly set up for ourselves, as ever, from Adam Rosybum. What is your favourite Premier League kit of all time? Which incidentally ties into not only the 50k giveaway vid, but also, Mr. Olcott.
This shirt, which we're going to give away in this video, which is from Sheffield FC, which is the oldest football club. So if you want their home kit, all you got to do is subscribe to Ball Street, put a comment down below saying that you want this shirt, and you can win it.
I really like the fact that Ped started off like not that interested, and then when you heard it was like a football shirt that you've not got, I just saw you like your interest just peaked ever so slightly. Because if there's one man who loves a good football kit,
all these are all fucking mine.
That's not true.
All right,
that's mine. That's mine. That's mine.
Got
the ones behind that you can't see.
All the MLS ones.
This Messi one, I had this before he was even a number 10.
Yeah, thought he was cool.
There you go.
So James asked us to wear our favourite Premier League kits on this show.
I tried.
And James tried his very best. Decided to wheel out his European Cup winning one.
Yeah, this is the
cup
winning one. This is the cup winning one. But my favourite Premier League shirt is the one from 2008-2009. Got the charity on there, Acorns, local children's hospice in Birmingham. And that season was just incredible for me. It's just like...
Was that Darren Bent up front?
No, that was Ashley Young on the left, down on the right. It was just
good team.
John Carew up top. And
good side.
I just remember one poignant moment from that season. We beat Jose Mourinho's Chelsea and he was sacked the next day. And I've never felt a football stadium rock like I have that. That was incredible. I'll never forget that. Brilliant. Good times. Good times.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. So I've gone with 93, 94 away for a couple of reasons. This one fits me of the ones that I've got that I had in the building at the time because I got the message a bit late. But yeah, this was we played Crystal Palace at the start of the season. I think it was first game of the season, and we at Selhurst Park, and we absolutely wiped the floor with them in this kit. And it was Fowler, McManaman, Redknapp, still John Barnes, etc., etc. So yeah, and the weird reason is because I used to play sensible soccer. And you could only change so many things on the kits, but you could change the arms and the mate, so you could make the sleeves green and the middle bit white and the shorts black, so you could almost get it spot on. James, that is a specimen.
Yeah,
that might be made of denim.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah. It's quite restrictive.
They're so cool, them guys in West London.
1993, top London club, above Chelsea, above Arsenal, above Liverpool, above Everton.
We went a London club.
That hard.
Yeah, that as well. Above a lot of teams.
Above a lot of teams.
My first season, love this kit. Les Ferdinand, Gary Penrice, Ray Wilkins, lovely. Why have you picked away kits? I find that odd. Shouldn't you be picking a home kit?
You're going to go for your home
away
colours?
kits are better because home kits always look the same. It's hard to get a different one. I love this one. We only wore this once against Crystal Palace, 93-94. League Cup game. We drew the first game, Goodison 2-2. Went away. I told me teachers I was going to the dentist. Went to London, watched the game. We won 4-1. Paul Rideout got carried off, got elbowed in the face. And the TV camera panned over to me going, proper footballer clap. Doing that, giving it all. Well played, mate. Went to school the next day, the afternoon, I think. And dentist appointment's all right. Yeah. South London. Is that where you go? So I actually got this shirt off Classic FM, sorry. Classic Football shirt recently as well. So it all fits in.
This was, you know what? Incidentally, this wasn't set up. I asked my mum and dad to buy me this for Christmas, and I'm pretty sure they got it from Classic Football shirt.
It's funny because this one is as well.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
If you had to pick what the greatest Premier League shirt of all time is, and you can't pick one from your own team,
okay,
who would you
go
go
with? I'm going to tell you what it is, and I actually used to own this shirt. And by greatest, because I'm a big fan of random football shirts. So as much as there's some great Liverpool ones in that time, etc., etc. The Newcastle away, and they've made it's purple and navy blue hoops with a cream round neck collar. Now I bought it dead cheap like the season after or whatever, and it is horrendous. It is an horrendous football kit. But it's yeah, for me, it's probably
Probably
one
too
of
many.
them.
You've just thrown that. I tell you two I did like, and one of them's actually Aston Villa's. I think it was the first Premier League season when Man United and Villa had the
string.
drawstring thing.
Daly and Atkinson.
I thought
yeah.
the Villa one was good. I was going to say one before as well. Remember the black and green striped mullet? Villa one was the worst.
It's nice, that was
That was
nice.
the fucking worst.
Yeah, I liked it. It's good. Big
I
fan.
tell you what else I liked as well. The first Arsenal Nike kit, and it had like a weird it had like a I think it had like a lightning bolt in. But you know when it's in the kit.
Yeah.
It's like 94, 95.
Yeah, it was
something
like
that.
their first Nike one. Had a proper Nike, old school Nike sign as well.
The Arsenal 92-93 Bumblebee yellow and
with like the
black.
zigzags.
That,
Yeah.
I really like that kit. I think that's a quality kit.
Okay, yeah.
I was a big fan of the United one. You know the United away one? I think it's in the 2000s when it was blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice away kit that.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
it was blue.
it just looked really smart and
Yeah.
blue, and I was like,
Oh, there's a
sound.
lot of nice. I like, you know that. Remember when Man United brought a reversible away kit out,
Really?
and they had
no.
it was I think it was white on one side and like gold on the other.
Yeah.
And they wore it. I think they only wore the other side of it against Arsenal in the League Cup game, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, because England done the same thing, didn't they? They had it was Umbro. They did like we've got it. It was over there.
Yeah, the red and
Yeah,
navy
you've
blue
moved
one.
it now. It would have been great if it was still over there.
Well,
been
yeah.
there for weeks.
To be fair, there's like, some
Got
damage.
Rooney 9 on the back.
Oh no, your one. So I thought
Yeah.
you meant the reversible one. I've got
That
a
is the reversible.
No, it's not. That's yours is just the red one. I've got the reversible one, and it's got some damage to the front of it. Something may have fallen out of it. Let's say a cigarette.
You jizzed all over it.
Out the front of it. It's wrecked. And that too.
It was a reversible kit anyway. They were in for a little bit.
Just to say on the 50k giveaway video, which is on the Bull Street channel, where you can win a classic shirt of your choice. One kit that we haven't spoken of is in one of the 5 most iconic kits of all time.
Ooh.
So go and check that out.
Teasers. Go and watch it. Okay, we'll move on with some.
There's that Arsenal kit there, for fuck's sake. It's actually there.
That's actually my brother-in-law's.
There you
There
go.
you go.
The nuggets of gold. There you go, guys. Take that with you.
Nikal Aramugam, and I'm sorry, I get your name wrong all the time. Given the amount of blue noses who've played for Liverpool, would you ever represent your arch rivals at the professional level if given a chance?
No.
Not at all. So you'd never play. You would have turned down the opportunity to play for, even if it meant never playing football at the highest level.
Yep.
I can't play for Chelsea. Sorry.
Yeah, I can't
Ted?
play.
I possibly would have played for Liverpool, but I wouldn't
If I could
have.
wear an Everton shirt under the Liverpool.
But if it meant I could have, like, at the end of the season gone, listen, you have served me well, but I want to move to Everton. And just caused absolute murder. I would probably have to have gone and lived in like Stoke or somewhere.
I'll be honest, there was always a weird fascination with like Everton kits and stuff as a kid, because we had a couple. I didn't know too many Evertonians growing up, but like when we got to have an 11-a-side team, 1 or 2 lads would rock up for training, and I never would. Like I never would wear that. It's really, you need to swap shirts or whatever. It's like, get someone else to play on the team, mate, because I'm not wearing that. But I think when it comes to that, when you look at the likes of like Jamie Carragher and Steve McManaman and Robbie Fowler, who obviously crossed the park, as it were, and you see how much they bought into Liverpool off the back of it. I can imagine a world where I could have, you know what I mean? Like you could.
But at least 2 of them are still Evertonians. McManaman's still clearly an Evertonian.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Carragher very much
He's not as bothered.
has alliances to Everton as well. He's a Liverpool fan, don't get me wrong, but you don't feel like there's that hate there.
Yeah.
But McManaman is an Evertonian. Can I just get that out there? Because he is.
I think in answer to it, I think I could. I don't think I'm that.
No.
But I think
I'd struggle for. I would find it easier to play for Everton than Man United.
You're asking people who've stood on terraces and watched. It's not the same, is it? Footballers are just.
Yeah, you're right. You haven't got that kind of
Even if you stand on the terrace when you're
layers of experience.
If suddenly you have to do something and it's put before you're going to do
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's randomly enough. It's just you've had Michael Ball on a few times on Toffee TV, haven't you? And there's a great story about
The
him.
singer.
Yeah.
Absolutely, former Everton
He
and
was telling
Rangers
us
left
about
back.
Victoria Wood. It was fantastic.
But he famously turned up to. He was on the books at Liverpool,
Yeah.
and he used to turn up to training in his Everton kit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he fucking ages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
Yeah, Adam Phillips, British CPA. Obviously we do a lot of the lighthouse stuff, and I just realised this is a serious question, so I'm going to wind it in before I laugh my way through it.
Gear change.
Obviously, with the Aaron Lennon stuff came out last week, and he asks, how do clubs support their players better with mental health related issues?
I think the biggest thing is to kind of, with football these days, obviously they run a lot of money. I think the biggest thing to do is people automatically think that because they're on however much money a week, they're some way kind of protected in a bubble of cash by mental illness or any of these things, and that's not the case at all. It's utter bollocks. It's like saying just because you're on 50-60 grand a week you can run further just because that's your job. It's like sometimes the body just gives up. It's the exact same physically as it is mentally, and you've got to cut the stigma, and that's probably the first place to start. I think as a Premier League club, these players are going to have the best kind of healthcare available to them because the clubs want to protect their assets essentially. But the first thing we can do as fans is really cut out the stigma, or else we're never going to get anywhere. We don't want to be seeing Daily Mail headlines of
£55,000 a week.
The media needs to cut out the stigma.
Yeah.
That's who really needs
Yeah,
to cut
exactly.
out. I think as fans, we're starting to change on a lot of things as generations. You'd be massively surprised now. People get laugh at it. You'd be massively surprised now how tolerant younger generations are, because they're not. They didn't grow up and watch like things that we saw. I mean, you two might be, but some of the things I used to see as a kid on TV at prime time, how they stigmatised black people, gay people, women, mental health issues. It was just the run of the mill. That was the way it is. It's not the same now. Everything's open, and younger people appreciate that. It's actually the older generations who do read the Daily Mail who've got this. Right? Someone needs to get Piers Morgan and put him on a fucking cliff.
You saw that tweet as well?
Know what it is, right? I know this is a slightly...
Just to clarify, Piers Morgan was basically on the lines of saying, like, essentially man up.
Well, no, but this, do you know what though? And this, I know it's a slightly different topic, but in the last 18 months, the amount of people who think they can make money of having a right-wing view and probably don't even believe that view, just whine so much, the amount of people who do it. But one thing I think clubs need to do, and maybe a lot of them do, and I don't know, is treat it like you just said. Just because you're on 55 grand a week doesn't mean you can play with a broken leg.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean, so have somebody whose job it is to recognise. Because the football clubs who earn so much money and have to protect their players, you have a coach now for all kinds of different things, fitness coaches, everything. Have a coach.
Mental coach,
Yeah, have someone in there who and it's funny because Glenn Hoddle tried this a few years ago and it was said as something slightly different, the fake feeler and all the rest of it. But maybe he was onto something. Someone who will sit down with players once a week and have a chat and get it out there. And it's not, we don't live in a world now where someone will walk in and go, oh, I'm going to get buzzed off by the lads.
Yeah, I think Glenn Hoddle probably didn't do himself any favours by the assumptions around what he was saying. But no, your point's right. Is that I don't think the issues are necessarily while you're a player, because football clubs do go out the way to protect these guys. By and large, I still think there's a lot of welcome to the club. There's your flat. See you later. You know what I mean? Welcome to the country. Fuck you. Go and look after yourself. That's an issue. I think it's the aftercare that needs to be sorted, because clubs don't have a continued responsibility to these players. And what you're getting is, I know Aaron Lennon's, he's technically an Everton. He's an Everton player, isn't he? But he's obviously not as involved with the first team as much. Is that?
No, he is. He is a first team player. He's been on the bench. He's played in games under Ronald Koeman. He's played games this season. You're right, though. I mean, but the problem is with football clubs, they're there every day. They play. It's just that at the end of the week when they play the game, whether you see them or not. And sometimes we think, oh, well, they're not involved, but they're involved all week. Yeah. So you don't know, do you? At the end of the day, when he went out the squad around February time, and there was no real suggestion of what it was. Yeah. So maybe it started to rear its head I don't know, so I can't really comment.
Yeah, but we've seen it. I mean, I've had to deal with it. I've had some issues. I've seen it with family members as well who've been really badly affected by stuff. And when you see it again, it's not a case of it's not words don't sort these things. It's proper.
Yeah.
You need proper care. And again, you just got to go back for me. It's the Gary Speed thing. It's
Yeah.
fellas who are being left alone to their own devices without a support network because for whatever reason, to get yourself to that level, you probably have cut off a lot of people along the way because you've been so focused on what you do.
And being at that level as well means that you've got a lot of people that might not necessarily be around you for the right reasons as well.
Exactly. And the other thing, right, I was talking about this last week. It sounds stupid, right, but people used to deal with this in football by drinking,
Yeah.
gambling,
Yeah.
whatever, drugs. But I remember when Paul Merson broke down. I remember when he admitted that he got done for cocaine. And I remember his press conference when he broke down. And suddenly people just started going, actually, he's not just some big, drug addict or there's a problem here. And that's how this sounds weird, but that's how footballers used to deal with it. And now they can't do that because
Laws.
not even
everything.
laws make that. That's
Yeah,
why they
yeah.
can't do it. Because everyone's got a phone and they'll catch you straight away and they'll sell the story.
It must be suffocating.
And that used to be their outlet, weirdly, and there's no outlet anymore.
Yeah.
Even though that's not, whether that's right, wrong, or whatever. That's not. Everyone was going on about Barton a couple of weeks ago, saying about who knows why he was gambling. Everyone just went, "This is a disgrace. You're gambling. You're blah blah blah." That could have been his only outlet to get rid of all his inner demons. Who knows?
Yeah.
And that's what they've got to solve.
But the point is, to get back to your point of the stigma, to get rid of the stigma, it's about education. For the education to be rooted in all of these lads at 15, 16, or earlier than that, it needs to be a priority.
Yeah.
And it also needs to be a priority once they finish playing as well. And once it's understood as a priority and given the care and the money, I guess, probably to a point that is needed for it, then the stigma goes away for me. I think.
I don't think he'll have been the first though.
No.
He's not the first.
Well,
He's not the first out of his team.
But I don't think
David Bentley.
But I don't
his
think
Tottenham team.
Yeah. I don't think but I think it's the fact of it was publicly, how it came out. He was found in public. I'm sure there's always that rumour, isn't it, when a player's out for a while and he's been done for a drugs test or something. You know what I mean? Who's to say that he hasn't been discovered to have issues that have had to be dealt with behind closed doors, and which is the right way to do.
Absolutely.
And listen, I've had family members. One of my uncles was dead normal person, and suddenly, like that, sectioned, went away, got the treatment, come back out, same fella. It happens. It just happens in life.
Yeah.
Stresses get on top of you, and it just happens.
No, exactly. But yeah, as I say, hopefully it's something, and we don't want to. What we just don't need to see, and what we don't want to see anymore is stories like, it's good that it's been stopped there, because who knows where that could have gone, and more needs to be done.
It's
to
the
make
highest. Is it the highest
Killer
rate
of men.
of killer of men under like 50 or something?
Yeah.
It's like, if it was cancer, we'd be doing all kinds for it, which we do anyway. But it's dickheads like Piers Morgan going, "Oh, it's time these fellas manned up." See what else he did? He deleted tweets that when he'd said, commiserations to the family of Gary Speed and someone else who had committed suicide to back up his point.
Yeah, he's a balance. Okay, well, we'll move on. But yeah, very, very, very interesting stuff. I think that was really good, boys. Question then, Dario Kostadinov asks. Dario, lads, what Premier League club will win the Champions League next?
Chelsea.
You think it'll be Chelsea?
Because I just think Chelsea are. It's horrible, but I wish my club were like this. They're driven to success, like absolutely driven. Like the owner, just wants it. He's just
their infrastructure's pinpoint
it's
as well.
Just
like
for winning shit.
Like the technical, from the technical directors, from off the field,
The machine
the
of young
machine
players.
of Chelsea is just really well oiled.
The horrible.
So many.
They have no conscience for managers, for players, for anyone. They are just, we want to win shit, and that's why I think they'll win it, because they don't get involved with there's so many circuses that follow Chelsea around, and they just shrug it all off.
The only other alternative to that is that if Mourinho stays at Man United with the funds he's got at his disposal for a similar way, I think he could restore that mentality.
Will he help create it at Chelsea?
Exactly. And funny enough, Chris and I were discussing this about Marcus Rashford and how a lot of Premier League clubs, I don't know whether he would shine as much, but he steps up, scores a free kick in the Europa League. There's just something about Man United that people pull on that shirt, young players, and go, it just means so much. It's like a shield of, it's like going, I'm good enough to be here because I'm wearing that shirt. Whereas I think clubs like Liverpool, I think clubs like Spurs, still, and Liverpool had it, they need to rebuild it. Our players still pull that on and feel like they have to justify it. Yeah, exactly.
It's a burden rather than...
I feel like City are worth a shout though as well, to be fair, because obviously they've
Let's
done
just name all the teams. Let's
I think City, that's their priority now, isn't it? Like the City group and the people that own them, that's their priority is to get a European trophy in the trophy bank. They've won the Premier League twice.
in the what?
The trophy bank.
The trophy bank, yeah.
It's like Scrooge McDuck's vault, just chock full of trophies.
It's essentially what they're doing there. They've got a massive bank full of money and they're exchanging it for trophies.
Sure. Why not? Absolutely. James, any outside shouts?
No, I think that is the three. Yeah, Man City, I think if they can sort out their defence, then in terms of going forward, they've got really exciting players.
Is it likely to happen soon, though? Because
I think Chelsea's your best bet in terms of it being soon. Because
I think he'll want to win the Champions League before he goes back to Italy.
And I think he'll improve.
I don't think he's going to stick around that one.
The back line's great already, and I think they'll improve it. They've been linked with Bakayoko from Monaco. Imagine him and Kante in midfield. Defensively, they're going to be so strong.
And they're going to sign Lukaku.
They might sound
Well,
like
they
that.
are. They're going to sign.
You've been chatting.
Oh, they are?
Okay. Right, lastly this week then, NUFCJ says, James, all I was to say is thank you for once you didn't fuck us over.
No problem, mate.
Right, there we go. Thank you very much for all of your questions this week. Ask Club will return next week. Go and follow us at Ball Street on Twitter. And here's the 50k giveaway bid. And change cameras, quick.
Which one are we on? Which camera are we on now? The middle one. Right, if you want to win this, subscribe to Ball Street, like this video and comment below saying that I want this shirt. I want the Sheffield FC shirt.
I want the Sheffield FC shirt.
And it could be yours.
Simple as that. We've not winged.
No, not so. The world's first football club.
You can put that in your kit bank.
Yeah. Put it next to your trophy bank in your kit bank.
Class. Ta-da.